moment when you realize that your painting is just a little off. Hi planty people! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I thought it would be really fun to discuss my top 5 low maintenance plants, or as I like to call it, my least fussy plants. Plants that I can just water every now and then, that don't just like need a lot of TLC. They're not over here just like turn on the humidifier. They don't care. They're just chilling. They're vibing. They're having a good time. They're drinking a mimosa over by the beach. So they're just having a good day. They're not one of the, one of the fussier ones that are like, no, if we go to the beach, we got to bring the snacks, we got to bring the sandwiches, we got to bring the frisbee, we got to bring the shovels, the pails, make sure we bring, you get it, that like they don't care. They're here to vibe. They're here to have a good time. I do have a fun little giveaway towards the end, and I'm really excited about it because I actually ordered a Hoya. Imagine that. They had actually included an extra plant, which was really sweet of them. But yeah, just stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and get into it. This monstrosity is a begonia. Do not ask me what type of begonia this is because I have no clue. This started off as 4 like little tiny 1-inch pots, and I've had this guy for about a year now, and I actually just took cuttings, probably yay long or so, give or take, and it is just massive. It just grows. It is wild, growing like a weed almost. That's why I took some cuttings off of it, because it was just literally getting so wild. This guy is really low maintenance. He gets a lot of direct sun, and he's chilling. He don't care. I water him when it gets a little bit droopy. He needs to be watered right now. But for the most part, he don't care. He don't care. Next up is going to be my black pagoda lipstick plant. If you don't have a black pagoda lipstick plant, what are you doing with your life? Because the foliage on these guys is just beautiful. Look at like the leaves, like even the top leaves are so cool, and the bottom leaves are like the same exact pattern, but like a purpley burgundy color is just beautiful. This guy has grown almost like a weed as well. It grows, you can tell which side is towards the sun because he grows that way, and like he's just really cool. He's just chilling. Only water him whenever the leaves get a little bit wrinkly, and that doesn't happen a whole lot. He gets semi-direct sun, not a ton of it, but he gets a lot of sun. He's outside. He's chilling. I think all of my plants that I have in this video are outside plants that I just have on my patio, and they're not fussy. They're not worried about humidity or anything like that. But yeah, he's not very fussy at all. Love him. He has the craziest little blooms. They look like little aliens. Doesn't look like your typical like lipstick plant bloom. And number 3 in the top 5 is going to be this cactus monstra. I think this is an epiphyllum. Yeah, I think that's how you say it, epiphyllum. And I have yet to water him. I've had him probably a good solid 2 weeks or so, and look at all this new growth. You can tell the new growth whenever it comes in because it is like a much lighter green. I don't know if you can really tell in this light, but yeah, it's much lighter green in comparison to the rest of the foliage, and there's a ton of it. He's just loving life, having a good old time. I have yet to water him. I'm gonna assume that he needs to be watered whenever his leaves get either like a little bit squishy or wrinkly. But I guess that's the case with a lot of cacti, is you don't have to water them as often as typical houseplants, and he's a good choice. Next up is going to be a Hoya, and Hoyas are, get out of the frame. Hoyas are very low maintenance plants, and I guess that's why I really love them, is because they're very forgiving too. So if you forget to water them, they'll probably manage for a little bit, but once they start getting really wrinkly, you better water them, or else It's gonna be bad. But in this video, it is going to be Hoyaobovata. He is so cool. This is actually my first ever Hoya that I ever purchased. And you know, whenever I was looking at Hoyas, and I watched Jenna Marbles movie. I watched Jenna Marbles video of her houseplants, and I was like, Hoyas, that doesn't really sound that cool. I mean, I really liked her string of pearls. I think that was like the main thing that I really liked. String of pearls, rubber trees, rubber plant, whatever you want to call them. And that was, you know, about it. And I didn't really care for Hoya. But then I saw this guy in person and I felt him. I felt the foliage. I mean, just look at, like, he's just having a party. He's having 2 margaritas today. This is how Hoyaobovata operates. He's vibing. He's having a good time. This is a really large pot. And the reason why I think that he is really low maintenance is that one day he fell off of my patio and like took a complete tumble, and he wasn't doing a whole lot before then. He wasn't producing a whole lot of growth. And ever since he took that tumble and I, you know, added a little bit more potting mix to him, he's just grown viciously, like viciously here to come for you. But the sun stress on this plant is just really cool. I'm pretty sure you can't tell just by looking at it right here, so I'll insert a little clip right here. But yeah, the borders get really, really dark. Not really even red, it's just more of like almost like a really, really dark brown. And it's just, he's a really cool plant. He's very underrated. I don't know why more people don't talk about him. I would like to get a variegated Hoyaobovata one day. One day. Last but certainly not least is going to be Hoyaobovata. And right now you can't tell why Hoyaobovata is very underrated and also very awesome to me right now is because there's a peduncle and it is just so ready to burst. It's been ready for a good almost week now, and I'm just like, every single day after I get home from work, I'm like, gotta go check on my peduncle, gotta go check on that peduncle, because I'm so excited. Hoyaobovata has been really good to me. I got him in just 2 cuttings, just 2 bare cuttings, and it was unrooted. And I rooted it in water, and the roots just took off in water. I don't know what it is about Hoyaobovata, but he is killing it. I wouldn't say he's like the slowest growing Hoya I've ever had, but he does produce a good fair amount of growth to keep me very interested in him. He's very cool. Sorry I wasn't holding him in frame. That was very horrendous of me. But I love Hoyas so much because it's just so easy to tell whenever they're thirsty. It is so easy to tell whenever you need to water them because of the wrinkling that they do. And for that, I think it makes it a little bit easier that if you are an under waterer or an over waterer, you can just say, well, are the leaves wrinkly? No, probably shouldn't give them no water. If the leaves are wrinkly, probably should give them a little bit of a drink. You know, no big thing. And speaking of Hoyaobovata, you just wait right there. My giveaway is actually going to be a Hoyaobovata. I just got him in today. Like I said, he was an extra, like just an extra plant that was tossed in with my order, which is beyond sweet. And I love Hoyaobovata, and I would love to share Hoyaobovata with, you know, all the other plant lovers. You know, maybe Hoyaobovata isn't a common plant near you, or you've never seen it before, or you've never experimented with Hoyas before. You wanna experiment with a Hoya. Do I have a plant for you? Hoya, I do. Was that cringy? Because that was cringy for me to say. So if you're looking for details in order to win said Hoyaobovata, all you have to do is 3 things. You can do a 4th thing for an extra entry, but 3 main things. Like this video, comment on this video, And you know, the third and the most basic of all of them is subscribe to the channel. And then you get a nice little plant. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I do also want to point out some honorable mentions. And we're gonna have to take a little road trip for that one because they're outside, because they're too big to bring inside. And now that we've made it outside, this is my Hoya pubicalyx. It is just a monstrosity of a Hoya that I have on a trellis. I really don't pay much attention to this guy at all. Like, I give him some water every now and then, but for the most part, I just let him dry up and do his own thing. And he's just having a good time because look at all of that new growth that he's putting out. He just likes to vine out like absolutely crazy. I took a really big cutting off of him too, and I think that that has just really helped encourage all of the new vining as well. And right over here, we have my Monstera deliciosa. He's really cool. He's like last year, he put out so many new leaves and I love him. And I also love him for this really particular leaf because, oh my God, it's variegated. Can you see, like, that is just crazy that just one random leaf decided to like grow out with like that little bit of speckling of variegation. And there's my cat. She obviously loves to be around this plant because she chews and bites into it all the time and it makes me so angry. And I just got this guy today and he's so awesome. I specifically got him for this one big monstrous leaf. Can you just, oh my gosh, this is just a massive Monstera. So cool. And I put him in this video just because I'm sure that he'll be just as easy maintenance as my smaller Monstera deliciosa. And just, oh my God, just that is just beautiful. Work of art right there, you guys. Well, planty people, that's it for today. Don't forget to enter to win the giveaway. And we'll see you next time. Bye.